It shouldn't be happening. Patients who are getting mental health care often don't follow up with their primary care physician.
Now a recovery center is taking a major step to get it done. Our 6 News' Johan Marin spoke to health experts who call this new strategy a reverse clinic.
We need to treat patients as a whole person rather than focusing on, little snippets here and there.
All across the nation, the need for mental health is at the forefront. Here in the Metro, Jonah Kirshner, a nurse practitioner at Lasting Hope, sees many people undergoing mental health care that don't have the proper access to primary care services.
When vulnerable populations, such as patients suffering from behavioral health issues, that often gets put to the wayside, but is just as important as their mental stability.
Kirshner works with patients suffering from behavioral health issues who haven't been treated for things like blood pressure, diabetes, and sleep apnea. That is why CHI Health Clinic is now going to Lasting Hope to see patients for primary health care services.
I came up with a solution of doing that reverse integration. So we're actually taking primary care practitioners and embedding them into the mental health clinic to make sure that there's no gaps in those cares. So those patients are able to walk through their primary care appointments right after their mental health appointments.
The dual purpose clinic is near 25th and Harney. It used to be an occupied office space. Now it's a place where patients can vocalize their needs.
So then we worked with the organization to invest capital to go ahead and convert to create a new reception desk for patients, a new welcoming, inviting waiting room, 2 clinician offices with all the bells and whistles to make sure all the medical treatments can happen in-house and that we're not, again, sending patients somewhere else.
This clinic will offer vaccines, women's exams, and health promotion screenings, and they're looking to expand to other cities in Nebraska. On your side, Johan Marin, 6 News.
Lasting Hope Recovery Center's primary care clinic is open only to its patients on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but as patient volume grows, the goal is to have the clinic open 5 days a week.